All right, we're back. And hopefully we have the right title on here. I'm thinking we don't, but I don't think it can be changed mid flight, but I can change it later. Thumbnail. Stream details. Can I change the thumbnail here? Huh. Let's have a quick look what we got. Let's do this one. We've done this before. Put it right there. And that was made with Grok. Update all. And it looks like we're doing this on the fly, which is great. I didn't know you could do that, though. All right. Let's see if I can change the date here to 11. And we'll put Sunday. There we go. All right. Now we're up to date. We're good. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me change the title. Huh. There we go. So we got two individuals here with us, somebody on Twitch and somebody on YouTube. I noticed we're not getting the comments on X, and I don't know why that is. But today should be an insanely good day for football. It is odd, though, not having this guy around. Patrick Mahomes. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was just time for a change. I'm hoping that one of the younger quarterbacks, like Bo Nix, will step forward. CJ Stroud was on my mind yesterday, thinking he might have a good day. I'm hoping he does. I know this is what he lives for. Caleb Williams was on fire in the fourth quarter, but they looked like they were on the ropes the first two quarters. It's almost like they wear down their opponents. They must have really good conditioning. All right, let's have a quick look here. Will Saquon Barkley be able to step up and alleviate some of the load for Jalen Hurts? I sure hope so. Jonathan Taylor, I felt bad for him this year. They looked like things were going to go so well, and it just kind of fell to the wayside. This is my favorite quarterback right now. You can see him there. He's got his grill on. That's Trevor Lawrence. I had no faith in them at the beginning of the season, but with what I'm seeing and all the weapons that they have, they do look like they could go at least a couple of rounds. One of the most underrated coaches, rarely gets talked about, and used to be with the Ravens. He would have been a good fit now that John Harbaugh is gone. Where is John Harbaugh going to end up? Who knows? There's so much speculation. It's crazy. I think Ben Johnson, so far from what I've seen, should be coach of the year. But that's just the sample size of one playoff game. But they went from 4 wins last year to being able to get into the playoffs in the wild card round and end up beating the Packers. Jordan Love, I thought, looked really good. He looked composed. They just didn't have enough weapons, and they seemed to be running out of gas, and every time I looked, somebody was injured. I'm going to get myself a coffee. We're going to play the first song. My Soul is Fed. I hope you enjoy it.
Feel the sunlight kiss my skin. Every moment life's begin. Open heart and spread my wings. Trust the world is everything. Waves of love wash over me. Endless dreams like open sea. Grateful I see beauty's face. In this world I find my place. Boundless bliss and endless skies. Trust the world where hope won't die. Gift of life, a precious thread. In its arms my soul is fed. My soul is fed. My soul is fed. Fields of wonder, dreams so bright. Chase the stars into the night. Life's a canvas painted bold. Trust the story, love it told. Mountains high and valleys deep. Whispered secrets, moments keep. Heartbeats race with joy anew. Trust the world, it's made for you. Boundless bliss and endless skies. Trust the world where hope won't die. Gift of life, a precious thread. In its arms my soul is fed. My soul is fed. My soul is fed.
Strange ending on that, but I like that song. Kevin Stefanski, where will he land now that he's been fired from the Browns? I'm not convinced that that is the best move for them, but only they know. Does that have more to do with Shadir Sanders than actually what's going on? Or is it just they didn't have enough wins over the 2 seasons? He was coach of the year twice. So he does know what he's doing. And I think he'll land on his feet and end up in a system where he'll do very well. The team that shocked me the most this year, unfortunately, was the Lions. Would he be a good fit for the Lions? Would that be maybe as, an offensive coordinator or some role where he felt comfortable, maybe step down and not be a head coach for a while. A lot of times people want a breather and they end up doing that. I can't see him doing this. John, to me, looks like he could end up having everything he wants and more. He had that for the longest time. Does he still have the skills? Michael McDonald used to be within their system, and he was an integral part of it. And he is a genius. I really believe that Michael McDonald is. And from the time that he left, they have not been the same. Also, let's be real. Lamar's getting older. He's been injured a lot. So we'll have to see where John ends up. There's speculation that it could be the New York Giants, the Miami Dolphins, and maybe as a long shot, maybe in Vegas with the Raiders. I think that would be maybe disastrous, but they would have to give him time to prove himself. And the problem is they don't give you time in the league. Everything seems to be instant gratification. The great thing with Miami is he'll be able to build it from the ground up. And there are pieces there. Like most, franchises, they need to find the quarterback. Look how much better, well, let's be real. Bryce Young was really good in the game yesterday. He had nothing to be ashamed of. Considering the pieces he has, the weapons that he has, he did extremely well. I don't think he should ever have some doubts about what he did. I don't think he made any really horrible throws. He got out of harm's way like a pro. He looked really good. I was honestly thinking there might be an upset, but you know what? Matthew Stafford found a way to come back within just a few minutes with the game ending. So they just didn't have enough. Jordan Love yesterday looked, I thought, exceptionally well. Maybe be one of his best games. They look banged up to me. Today is going to be incredibly exciting. The Bills, I'm sorry, guys, but you know what? It's now or never. You got to do it. You're not going to get this again where you don't have to compete against the Ravens and you don't have to compete against, your Achilles heel called, what's his name? Patrick Mahomes. Jacksonville is a great team. This will not be an easy game. I think it'll be close. It could be a real slinger. I think it could be a high score. If it becomes defensive, I'll be shocked. But sometimes Buffalo's defense shows up. Other times they don't. It's one of those things. Jacksonville, I hope that they come out of the gate fast, make very few mistakes, and make this entertaining. This song is called Suno AI Sunrise. Enjoy.
I woke to a bright sunrise with you in my mind. A clearer self-vision is now what I find. My heart is opening to new frequencies, so divine. Pearls of wisdom now opening doors once closed. Treasures of spiritual guidance placed upon my path. My eyes see with such clarity the joy and peace my angels have given me. You ask me about my secret dreams, but truth is they're blurry scenes beyond time and space. My mind's a mess. Wake up, reality's a cosmic test. Funk rhythms got me throwing down my shoes. Groove so rich I'm light, got nothing to lose. Dancing through life with the stars in my step. Each beat's a chapter, every note's my rep. With Suno and Udio at my fingertips, I can make music that's far from the cribs. A new age of sound, a digital creation. Eyes the key to this funky sensation. The universe spins, but I'm standing still, riding the waves on this auditory thrill. Just believe in the power of prayer. Start your day with a grateful heart. Yes, our love, we will always be blessed. Connect to all the divine goodness. The funk will free your mind. The funk is so good, nothing's gonna free us from the funk. Life is consciousness in motion. Human touch is a powerful source of healing. I will be calling your name in my mind. Success is living a life rich with gratitude and praise. Your love comforts my weary soul. Shout MGB is a source of love and life. Breathe complex rhythm in this funky driven system.
All right, we're back. We may do a show later. I was talking to the one and only Tony D, and he might do a show after the first game, which I think is going to be a nail biter. A lot riding on this. I'm telling you, there will be jobs lost. If the Bills do not beat the Jags, we will probably not see the coaching staff. And I've said for a while, if Josh Allen wants to be a Super Bowl contender, he has to get away from the Bills. That system is just not good enough. And he can't be expected to do it all on his own. At least this year, they have at least a running game, right? And the tight ends are pretty good when they show up, right? And Shakir is okay and Keon's okay, but these are not top tier receivers by any stretch of imagination. There has been rumor though they may try to acquire next year AJ Brown, and I think AJ Brown would love that. And since Stefan Diggs has left, they really have not had a top tier receiver. I was hoping Gabe Davis would look pretty good, but I think he's also struggling. What do we got here? So who do you have for the first game with the Bills and the Jags? I really have a sneaking suspicion that the Jags are going to win. I want the Bills to. Don't get me wrong. I would love for the Bills to win. I will be over the moon. But I think the Jags have more depth, and it's going to require a miracle from Josh Allen, who had an injured foot last week. So San Francisco against the Eagles. Now, wouldn't that be something if San Fran eliminated the Eagles? Nothing is beyond the concept of maybe reality, because the Eagles, let's be honest, they have not been on fire. But I find with Jalen Hurts, when it matters most, he steps forward. And that's Caleb Williams, and that's also Patrick Mahomes, and there are Josh Allen. There are certain individuals when, the moment is big, they match it. They match the frequency, the energy of that moment, which is phenomenal. All right. So we're looking at the last game here. I'm honestly not really caring too much if the Patriots win. I would love to see either the Chargers or the Patriots win. But for me, I would love to see Philly win. I would love to see the Bills win. But logically, I even think I picked Jacksonville. I know I picked the Eagles, and I probably picked the Patriots only because they have slightly more weapons. But they have had a pretty favorable schedule this year, so we'll have to see how that goes. All right. We've got, we played My Soul is Fed. We played Suno AI Sunrise. And now we're going to play Spinning Free. Enjoy.
Is soaring, cut and go through the air. Strings wrap around like they've always been there. Trumpets shout freedom, violins hold me tight. This is the soundtrack of souls taking flight. We're notes in a measure, no conductor can tame. Scattered like starlight, yet carrying one name. Hearts are the drums, stars can't go. We're alive in the symphony, spinning free, spinning free. In the cosmic dance where the heart can grow. With each beating bar, let your spirit flow. No walls, no names, no yesterday's chains. Just the endless refrain. Grass is soaring, strings ignite. We're the song. The universe is still
like
playing
that.
our song.
Very good. So I'm going to show you a couple of slides here. Let's get rid of that. So as you can see here, Matt LaFleur, many people are saying that this might be his last season and that the love affair is over. They needed to do something this season. It's time for change. And I think he might be happier elsewhere. Also, if you look at all the money that has been tied up in these two players with Green Bay. This is crazy, the amount of money. That is almost 30% of the cap right there on two players. That's risky. This is a cool slide right here. Let's have a look together. Let's remove that. See if we can make it bigger. This might work. Yeah, kind of. Okay, so most sacked quarterbacks through week 16, Geno Smith, Cam Ward, Justin Herbert, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence. I'll tell you, Justin Herbert got hit repeatedly this year. Cam Ward, the same. Geno Smith, unbelievable. And Drake May. All of these quarterbacks are excellent. It just goes to show you, you need a really good offensive line. If you don't have that, you're going to have problems. The Steelers, though, this year have done quite well to protect Aaron Rodgers. And he has not had that in the last couple of years, where he's had the time to make great decisions. It's do or die today, right? One and done if you don't get through. The Bills, I'm praying we'll have enough to beat the Jags. The Jags are phenomenal. Here's a lady that I miss seeing on the air all the time. Right here. Hopefully she comes back. Here we go. This is Joy Taylor. Yeah. Remember her? There we go. Negativity is a good reminder that you're doing something impactful. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're always going to get some resistance from people who feel like you are maybe favored or there's just something about you they don't like. Not everyone is going to vibrationally match with you. Here are what I deem to be the best quarterbacks, some of the best quarterbacks right here. Jalen Hurts, when he is well, I think he is the very best weapon. A freak of nature, has been for years. Both of them on the top. We got to be honest here, but for resilience, Josh Allen is pretty incredible for the amount of impact that he has. But he's a big guy, And I think, his structure is more like a tight end than it is a quarterback. He's somewhere around, I think, 250, 260 in weight. Then we've also got Patrick Mahomes, who will work harder than anybody, I believe, to get well with his torn ACL. And Drake May, this will be, I believe, his first playoff game ever. So I'm hoping and wishing that all the young quarterbacks do very well this year. Let me have a look at what I've got for music. I think we're all out here. I might have one more. Scars and Angels. Enjoy.
The world keeps spinning faster every day. Old wounds linger but start to fade away. I see the cracks but also the gold in the stories of the brave and the bold. Never know the wars they fought or the battles inside they haven't forgot. So be patient, let it mend. Every scar will heal again. Spend some time with angels near. Feel their whispers loud and clear. The broken-hearted walk a quiet line. Their shadows long, but their hearts still shine. Every tear they've cried a sacred seed. A map of pain, a path to be free. We never know the weight they bear, but kindness speaks when words aren't there. So be patient, let it mend. Every scar will heal again. Spend some time with angels near. Feel their whispers loud and clear.
I hope you enjoyed that. That's a blues flavored track, and that was done on Suno. I've also been doing some creations on Udio. Udio at the moment, though, is not letting you record your recordings. You can make them, and they're giving you extra credits. Suno, though, is, I think, leaps and bounds ahead of Udio right now. Now, that can change. That can change in a heartbeat. The other thing is, too, I'm noticing that Warner Brothers, Universal Music, seems to be in control of both of those formats now. And we'll have to see where that goes. I think there's going to be a real push for Suno, and you might see Udio and Suno merge. That's just a prediction. I don't have any statements for that, but that's looks like what they're doing to me. May your success offend the shit out of anyone who didn't want to see you win. That's Tony D's favorite. That's for you, buddy. He likes the quotes. They tend to be edgy. Oh, this is actually timely right here. This is Jalen Hurts, and all right. The whole unit wants more trust, more communication, and maybe a little more edge from its leader when they were talking about Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts knows that this is a marathon. I think it's getting really windy out there. I thought it was rain, but it's just things blowing around. What is the weather like where you guys are right now? Is it kind of crazy? Hands down, a superstar. He has definitely found his way in the league. He's got over 300 receptions in his first 2 years. He was hurt, I'd say, for 3 or 4 games this year and is still doing incredibly well. He's on the first team All-Star as a wide receiver. That is Puka Nakua. And he dropped one the other day, and he was pretty upset with himself. Ashton Genty, I think, rated very well amongst the first-year running backs. In fact, I think he won the title. And he was on not the best team. Here we go. Best receiver, and I say this every show, in the league, as far as I'm concerned. Jackson Smith Najigba. Unbelievable. JSN, as they call him. Is this going to be a one and done, or is this going to be a two and done? Are they going to be able to at least get past the first playoff game? And wouldn't that be something for the Pittsburgh fans to have a win? I believe it's been 8 or 9 years since they had a win in the playoffs. What is it going to take for Detroit to rebuild, reestablish? You know, there are some excellent offensive-minded coaches that are available out there that maybe could be offensive coordinator. There's been whispers. Yeah. And who is going to be Shakir's coach this year? Who is going to end up there? There's rumors that John Harbaugh will be there. Kevin Stefanski, was great. I thought he was a good fit. The system itself is not great. And that's going to be, unless they rebuild it right from the ground up, and that can take years. All right. Who do you recognize here? I know them all. I see Joe Montana, Aaron Rodgers. Do you know the other two? Tom Brady. Who's the other guy? He has a Thursday show. He's a Manning. His first name is Peyton. He's good. He's good. Jahmyr Gibbs, with the right offensive coordinator, can do miracles. They were so blessed to get him. Will he continue right here, Joe Burrow, to be a Bengal? I'll have to see. Is it raining? No, it's just windy. God, it sounds like rain. Sounds like it's pouring, but it's not. High winds. We had high winds yesterday. What is the weather like where you guys are? Would love to know. Okay, here we go. This is for your fantasy football next year. If you could have any three, it's either the top row or the bottom row. Oh, I would go with bottom row myself. But they're pretty evenly matched. If you look here, nobody there is a slouch. Absolutely nobody. Huh. I think George Pickens will be a great player for years to come. And unfortunately, with running backs, they tend to get hurt a lot. Okay, we have CJ Stroud. I think he's going to have a great day today. I think he's going to step up and do very well. And he's going to find a way to get plays going. All right, I'm just getting rid of some of the tunes here. We've done every single tune that I had in the memory. So now we're going to have a quick look here at what we've got. And let's go to desktop. Let's go to new. Yeah, powerful light. Let's do that one. What else do we have here that we can do? Moving forward. Let's do that one. And these are all renderings that have been done this year. Okay, we've got Sweet Vibration Healing. Let's put one in there as well. That one might be really old. What else do we have here? We have Echoes of Courage. And I think I have room for one more. Divine Awakening. Let's do that one as well. When I listen to the original renderings, I always am fascinated at how much it has completely gone to another level of recording quality. And a lot of the stuff that's being produced right now on air sounds very AI influenced. And you got to remember, you don't have to pay musicians. It just does it. You don't have to pay for an expensive studio. It can be done on a nice computer with a great mic. So I think you have artists that are tweaking stuff at home, and you're going to have albums, instead of having 10 tracks, will suddenly have 30 tracks. Divine Awakening. Enjoy.
Feel the groove in your spirit, let it ignite. Dance with joy, hold on to delight. Open your eyes, see the world anew. Every moment's a gift, and so are you. Let the melody of hope carry you through. Embrace the change, let your dreams pursue. Walking through shadows, I found the light. Each step a journey, a fight for what's right. Hold on to dreams, they're calling your name. The rhythm of hope, it's more than just a game. Feel the beat in your chest, let the music flow. Rise above the chaos, let your spirit glow. Think about your strength, let it shine. Embrace the realness in this moment of time. Open your heart, let those energies flow. Don't let the nasty soul steal your glow. Never lose faith in the power you hold. Listen to your inner voice, let it unfold. The universe loves your divine perfection. So many waiting to shine, let your light be the reflection. This is a divine awakening. Embrace the change. Believe in the small acts, they're not so strange. Powerful love is alive and well, it's here to stay. Cherish this world, it's awakening every day. Raise your voice, let it echo loud in a sea of stars. We're the dancing crowd, unity in love, let the rhythm bind. In the groove of life, leave the pain behind. Through ups and downs, we find our way. In every sunrise, feel a brand new day. Let the love you give double back to you. In this cosmic dance, we're all part of the crew. Dreams intertwine like roots in the ground. Holding each other, that's where strength is found. Love is divine, love is powerful. Love GB.
All right, there we go. We are basically celebrating today the younger quarterbacks, the future of the NFL in this first wild card round. I think it's going to be a great day for football. We've got three insanely close games. The competition is unbelievable this year. I don't suggest betting on any of these games because I don't think it's a shoe-in for anybody here. Drake May, though, has to prove, and CJ Stroud, that they are, in that top tier of 10. Many people believe that Drake May has really favored from a favorable schedule where there's only teams that have had 500 records, basically meaning that they only win a game, they lose a game, win a game, lose a game. They're not going up against the top tier teams that have weapons. And what I'm talking about is only a handful of teams, and some of them didn't make the playoffs this year. Ravens usually, right? Not this year. Patrick Mahomes, who's won the Super Bowl 3 times, not part of the equation this year. The Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen is always in the running. In the last few years, it has been Jordan Love who was eliminated. Last year, the Bears didn't even make the playoffs, and yet they won their first playoff game with Caleb Williams. So I'm rooting for these two guys. I hope they do well. I know the pressure is insane. There's giant crowds. It means so much. And for some of these teams, they've never won a Super Bowl. Echoes of courage. Enjoy.
Softly in the night, so fierce. Courage stands unbroken, shield against the peer. Energy pulses in the frequencies we find. Vibrations dance to the willpower in our mind. Timeless wisdom in the virtue that we hold. Technology advances, but our hearts stay bold. AI and consciousness in a dance so true. Stay the course, my friend, let fate see you through. Truth they bear in the ways we live. Testing limits, finding all we give. Silence the wisdom and the virtue that we hold. Technology advances, but our hearts stay bold. AI and consciousness in a dance.
To me, it's hard to believe that you're not seeing these two guys in the playoffs. And it's kind of sad. Here's a quote that is pretty popular. I'm going to play this here for you. There we go. All right. You're not broken. You're healing from things you didn't choose. And that's Dr. Nicole. All right. We have... This is probably one of the most played songs in the Suno library. This is called Flying High Above the Clouds. Enjoy. All right. As you can hear there, that was techno. It was also instrumental. This will be one of the last songs. This one is called Echoes of Courage. Enjoy.
Faith whispers softly in the night, so fierce. Courage stands unbroken, shield against the peer. strong in the bond we share, faith and prayer. In the open air, make the most of every single time. In the rhythm of life's eternal rhyme. Timeless wisdom in the virtue that we hold. Technology advances, but our hearts stay bold. AI and consciousness in the dance of truth. Stay the course, my friend. Let faith see you through. Truth laid bare in the ways we live. Testing limits, finding all we give. AI and consciousness in a dance so true. Stay the course, my friend, let faith see you through. Family strong in the bond we share. Faith and prayer in the open air. Make the most of every single time. In the rhythm of life's eternal rhyme.
All right. Teams are already setting up meetings with Kevin Stefanski. And those teams are the Falcons, which have a lot of weapons, New York, which has a lot of influence, and the Titans. I'd suggest staying away from that if I was him. But you never know what motivates these coaches, because a lot of them have, the kind of money that they're going to have generational wealth. They're not doing it for the money. Um, some of the coaches make it, as little as a couple million. And then you have others that are shooting for the sky that want, 7 to 9 to 15 to 20 million, which is what John Harbaugh wants. And yet he was just let go, which I find kind of comical. But I guess you have to know your own wealth, right? And your worth. So let's have a look here and see what we have. Let's get rid of that. Joe Burrow. Jackson Dart, who was phenomenal this year. Would have been nice to see him play a playoff game. I think that would have been something. All right, so this is QBs who have the most wins in their first two seasons. And you can see there's some big names here. We've got Andrew Luck. We've got Dak Prescott. We've got Russell Wilson, who is probably going to retire this year, and Big Ben at the bottom there. But Bo Nix, from the first time I ever saw him, I thought, this guy is different. He seems to have the discipline. This is, I think, one of the most powerful wide receivers on the planet, freakishly strong, deceptively, how do you say this he is quick, not the fastest, but he knows how to do precision routes. And because of that, his quarterback, Matthew Stafford, knows exactly where he's going to be and within a second. And he has insanely good hands. He did drop the ball yesterday. Myles Garrett did complete the record that he wanted so desperately, 22 sacks. There's been all kinds of controversy with that because it was done in a duration of 16 games instead of 14, and they felt like that was unfair, and I have to agree with them. All right, here we go. And as you grow, notice who says, I'm glad I get to know this version of you too. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, subscribe. Check us out maybe later today. We'll have to see how Tony's feeling. Maybe after the first game. And that's going to be a hell of a game. The Bills. And I know the Fireman Rich is going to be watching that game for sure. Against, a very strong, if not Super Bowl contender, the Jags. So in some ways, I feel like I'm already watching the final. Whoever wins here, I'm pretty certain is going to make it to the Super Bowl. Have a great day.